You are not weak because of your circumstances. You are weak because of what you do every single day repeatedly, without questioning it. 4 habits, that is all it takes. 4 patterns built slowly, reinforced daily, protected carefully, turning every version of you into something smaller than you were supposed to be. This is not about motivation. This is not about inspiration. This is a cold breakdown of exactly what you are doing and exactly what it is costing you. The first habit is avoiding discomfort before it arrives, not when things get hard, before they get hard. Why? You cancel plans because you might feel awkward. You delay the conversation because it might go badly. You skip the workout because you might not perform well. You do not wait for discomfort to appear. You eliminate the possibility before it has a chance. This is called anticipatory avoidance, and it is the most efficient way to shrink your life available to a human being. Every time you avoid something before it happens, you send your brain one message: this thing is dangerous. Your brain believes you. It files it. Next time the same situation appears, the resistance is stronger, the avoidance is faster, and the justification is more sophisticated. You get better at avoiding. You get worse at everything else. Marcus Aurelius faced plague, war, betrayal, and the weight of an empire, and wrote privately that the obstacle is the way. Not around it, not before it appears, through it. You are canceling plans because of a conversation that has not happened yet. That is not caution. That is a habit of weakness practiced so consistently it has become your default setting. The second habit is consuming reaction instead of building response. You know what happened to you. You know who did what. You know every detail of every situation that did not go your way. You have processed it, discussed it, revisited it, analyzed it from every angle, and you have done nothing with it. This is the reaction loop. Something happens, you feel it, you process the feeling, you discuss the feeling, you validate the feeling, and then you return to exactly the same position you were in before it happened. Nothing changes, because reaction without response is just performance. Epictetus, born a slave, owned nothing, controlled nothing about his external circumstances, built an entire philosophy on one principle: you cannot control what happens to you. You can only control your response to it, not your reaction. Your response. Reaction is automatic. Response is chosen. Every time something goes wrong in your life, you have 2 options. You can react, feel it, discuss it, process it, return to 0. Or you can respond, feel it, decide what it means, build something from it, move. You have been reacting for years. You call it healing. You call it processing. You call it being in touch with your feelings. Epictetus called it something else. He called it surrender, dressed in self-awareness. The third habit is outsourcing your standard to other people. You do not have a standard. You have an audience. When people are watching you perform, when no one is watching you collapse, your discipline exists in public and disappears in private. Your ambition is visible in your words and absent in your actions. Your values are strong in conversation and invisible in behavior. This is not hypocrisy. This is something worse. It means you have never actually decided who you are. You have only decided who you want to appear to be, and that decision requires an audience to exist. Marcus Aurelius wrote his meditations privately. Nobody was supposed to read them. He was not writing for applause. He was not writing for legacy. He was writing to hold himself to a standard when no one was watching. That is the only standard that matters. The standard you keep when the room is empty, when no one will know, when there is no reward for doing it right and no consequence for doing it wrong. What does your behavior look like in that room? Be honest. Because that room, the one with no audience, that is who you actually are. And for most people, that room is where everything falls apart. The fourth habit is negotiating with yourself about non-negotiables. You have things you say you will do every day. Exercise, read, work on something that matters, sleep at a consistent time, eat with some standard. And every single day you negotiate. Not always, not dramatically, but consistently, you find a reason why today is different. Why this particular day justifies the exception. Why the rule you made for yourself does not apply right now. I am tired. I worked hard today. I deserve a break. I will make up for it tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will be strict. Tomorrow you negotiate again. This is not flexibility. This is not self-compassion. This is a slow, daily erosion of the only thing that actually builds a life consistency under resistance. Viktor Frankl survived conditions that would justify any exception. He had every legitimate reason to collapse, to negotiate, to decide that today was too much. He did not negotiate with himself about who he was going to be. You are negotiating about whether to go to the gym. The negotiation is not the problem. The fact that you enter the negotiation at all, that is the problem. Discipline is not the ability to win negotiations with yourself. Discipline is the decision to never start them. Non-negotiables are non-negotiable. That is not a concept. That is a practice built daily, maintained without exception, or it is nothing. So here is where you are. 4 habits. Anticipatory avoidance. Reaction without response. Audience-dependent standards. Daily negotiation with non-negotiables. You did not inherit these. You built them. Slowly, carefully, one comfortable choice at a time. And the only relevant question is not how they got there. The question is what you are going to do starting today, with the knowledge that these 4 habits are the exact mechanism through which your potential is being quietly destroyed. You already know the answer. The only thing left is whether you will act on it or consume this video, file it under growth achieved, and open the next one. No sympathy. No shortcuts. Just the truth.